Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Kelly Devlin. I'm the Director of ESL and English as a Second Language in the David Douglas School District. We are so grateful for the opportunity to share with you the goals and objectives of our Student Interpreters Training class at David Douglas High School. Since October, we have been piloting this project. Our interpreting class meets after school twice a week. Our class is open to high school students who have demonstrated strong language proficiency skills in both their native language and English. This pilot project is dependent on a strong partnership with support from both EPAP and Catholic Charities. Catholic Charities has been our side-by-side partner in planning the logistics and providing the instructors for our after-school class. One of our instructors, Selena Hoy, is in the audience with us today supporting us. Our goals and objectives for this project this year was, 1, to establish an opportunity to highlight our students' native language skills as an asset. In David Douglas, we are striving to create a culture where students' bilingual skills are appreciated, valued, and treasured. The second one is to provide our students with the opportunity to explore a potential pathway into our community workforce. And 3, to teach and expose our students to the beginning features and techniques that professional interpreters use. Our hopes in year 1 were very simple. 1, we wanted to know if students were interested in taking the class. 2, we wanted students to have an opportunity to work with community partners and experts, and we were able to do that. And 3, we wanted our students to have informal opportunities to practice these skills by serving as student bilingual ambassadors in our schools. Our hopes, we're starting to brainstorm and imagine, and like anything, it's a clean slate, so we start thinking about all the things that we can do at our high school. So some of the things are, would we be able to turn this after-school class into a school day class? How would we do that? We want to be able to have a certified staff member, possibly take some CTE certification and interpreting training so that we could offer it during the school day. And that way, our second language students have more accessibility to achieving some CTE credit for graduation. We are trying to make sure that they stay connected to people in the community and in the field. And 2, we are looking to figure out what kinds of other supports this class might need. So we're exploring some of these classes in other regions. There's one in particular that we are studying in Seattle, where they have been very successful and have received some national publication exposure. I'd like to introduce Kan Lee, who is a senior at David Douglas High School. She is one of our members of our interpreting class. She joined our David Douglas family as a freshman, and now she's a senior, just several weeks away from graduating, but she's joining us today to share a little bit on the student perspective of the class.
Good afternoon, Commissioner. My name is Kan Lee. I am a current member of the interpreting class, and I am really grateful for the opportunity to participate to the class, because as a student who has a international background like me, I have been doing interpreting for my family and for my friends and community. At first, I didn't know that to be a trained interpreter is this hard. Because I always confident about my interpreting skills before taking the class, but I didn't know that I have to be very professional and have to know more and the skills to be able to interpret for the community and for my family also. Before taking the class, I had a misconception that people who speak 2 languages or more are able to interpret already. But actually, when I told myself to a video and then I tried to do simultaneous interpreting for my mom, and that was hard and difficult to be able to interpret and to follow the flow, the voice of the people. As a student, I think I really like the idea to put the class into regular school because most students can only stay in the school instead of after school, and it is kind of really inconvenient for the students. As a person who have been using interpreters for family and for both medical appointments or legal appointment, I have seen a lot of interpreters who are both professional or not really professional. So I think that it is a good opportunity for the young generation can study more about this field. And this class is important not only for students who are bilingual, but also for the other students, because in the future they may have seen and communicate and work with people who need to use interpreter for communicating. So it is a good experience for many people. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. I agree. I've always wondered how people who do the simultaneous translation can do it. It's such a skill. I'm wondering, what are you going to do after you graduate from high school?
I will be going to Portland State University to study accounting while developing my interpreting skill, because I also need the skill to help the community.
Fabulous. I'm glad to hear you're staying in Portland. Well done.
Thank you.
I appreciate hearing about this program. I served on the District Parent Involvement Committee several years ago, and a big focus of ours was outreach to families for whom English was not their native language. And as we know, we struggle to serve those students and to include their families. And I always found it really perplexing because we have these foreign language immersion schools, which are wildly successful, and I just couldn't understand why we couldn't kind of just reverse that or utilize the resources. So I love that you called that a resource, because it really is, and what a great way to tap into it.